It's the day after. Why do we do this to ourselves? Oh my God. Yesterday, I rode 102 miles. Have you ever done that and the next day you just feel like crap? Well, actually, not me. I feel fantastic. And I'm gonna give you my 3-step process on how to feel pretty darn good after a hard workout the previous day. Oh God. Actually, no, I don't feel that great. Oh my gosh. I actually am a little tired, but I do have a plan to help myself so that I can recover a lot better than if you don't do these things. So my 3-step process is this. Number 1, I'm gonna do self-massage. I'm gonna show you exactly how to do that. The second thing is nutrition and supplements. And the third is a recovery ride, which we're gonna do today because it's a beautiful day. So I'm gonna show you how to do a massage. This is my 3-step process. If you have something different, let me know in the comment section down below. This is what I have found to be the most effective for myself. And actually, based on the scientific literature, there is one thing that I have left out on my recovery, and I'm gonna tell you at the end because it actually is very controversial, but we'll see what you think. So I'm gonna show you exactly my process. We're gonna cover the quads, the hamstrings, and the calves. All right, so we're gonna do this on both sides, but I'm just gonna demonstrate on one. Just use your pajamas or sweats or something like that and just fully expose your quadricep. And you can use any type of lotion that you want. Just use something cheap because it's not really gonna matter. All those medicinal types of lotions, some of them work, some of them don't. But this is one thing I'm just gonna use. Just use some baby oil, it's the easiest. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put some baby oil on my quad and then get it in there. Now the thing is that the day after a hard workout is not the time to do deep tissue massage. You have just damaged these muscles through exercise, and the purpose of this massage is to allow for recovery. So this is a recovery massage, not a deep tissue, not a trigger point, not a difficult massage. Get lotion first on your thighs. Now how long this takes is I'm gonna do 2 minutes on my quads, 2 minutes on my hamstrings, 2 minutes on my calves. So it's 6 minutes per leg. That's 12 minutes total. Get a great massage on your muscles. So you just start out, and what you're gonna do is you're just gonna start shaking your muscles back and forth like this. So you wanna get them nice and supple. Supple as a leopard, as they say. So what you're gonna do is just kind of get them moving, and what you're trying to do is you're just trying to get blood flow into the muscles. The more blood that gets into your muscles, the more oxygen gets to your muscles, the more nutrients get to your muscles. Hopefully you're using a good recovery shake or a good recovery with your diet, and that way what'll happen is those nutrients get to the muscles to help it recover. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cup my fingers like this, and I'm going to go to the side of the quadricep right there, and I'm going to cup and just use my other hand on top and start pulling up the side of my quad. So I'm gonna do about 10 repetitions. So I take pressure off and then press inward into the quadricep. Let me see if I can get a different angle. So right there, and I'm squeezing the muscle as I go up the thigh. You're just gonna do it like this here. And it should feel a little sensitive, but you're not doing a deep tissue massage. You're just getting blood into the muscle and causing the muscle tone to go down so the muscle can actually relax, and it'll feel much better and you will recover much better. So once you've done maybe 10, 15 repetitions on the side of your quad, then what you're gonna do is, again, just make sure it's nice and loose. Just loosen those muscles. Okay, just like this. And then I'm gonna go more on the top side of the quadricep. And again, 10, 15 repetitions. Most of the pressure goes from distal to proximal. So I'm taking my hands, you could see, and just going up and then taking the pressure off, going up, taking the pressure off. So it's just like this. And again, 10, 15 repetitions. up the side of the thigh. And then after I finish that, the actual muscle that we're working on right now is called the vastus lateralis. And there's a muscle right in the front of your thigh called a rectus femoris. And there are two areas right in here that if you feel very carefully, you can feel the divot between the actual muscles. So between my thumbs right now is the rectus femoris. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my thumb and place it one on top of the other, squeeze, and go up the thigh all the way to the hip. Let the pressure off. Start down above the knee and go up just like this. And this feels really good. Okay, so about 10, 15 repetitions of this. And then now I'm on that side of the rectus femoris. And what I'll do is then I'll change my thumb position to go to on the inside part of the rectus femoris. And now I'm actually angling my pressure, not straight down, but at an angle to get that side of the rectus femoris muscle. I may actually turn my leg out a little bit just to make it easier to do that. So we've got this, and again, 10, 15 repetitions. And by the time you're done with the thigh, it should be about 2 minutes or so. Just like this. I mean, you could do longer, but again, the purpose of this is to not beat the daylights and beat the crap out of the muscles. It's to help it recover. So the massage doesn't have to take a long period of time. Now, the next muscle is this inside muscle right here called the teardrop muscle, because it looks like a teardrop when you contract it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my thumb here. Now I will use my hand, my palm, on my thumb to help with pressure. And the reason why is as a chiropractor, I need to protect my hands. So because I do stuff to people like this all day, I've learned methods to learn how to save my hands. But I'll put my thumb on the vastus medialis, place my hand on here, and then just massage up. And it stops about halfway in the thigh. You don't have to go all the way up to the groin. You just go like this. I'm going to remove this hand so you can see what I'm doing. Just like this. But because this gets tiring on your thumb, what'll happen is I'll support it with my hands. Just like this. After 10, 15 repetitions of this, you'll notice that the muscle itself feels a lot looser. Like you can just do this, and when you touch it, it will not be as sensitive to the touch. So that's how you do the thigh. Now the hamstring is a little bit more difficult. The technique of the hamstring is you'll bend your knee and you're gonna just take your fingers like this, and when you pull up, you're gonna take both fingers right in the middle of the thigh, you're gonna pull up and out, up and out, up and out as you go from the knee into the place where you ride your bike when you sit on your bicycle seat. But the thing that's important is to not press straight in, because there's the sciatic nerve right in the middle of your hamstring. So you want to make sure and massage the hamstrings and not the sciatic nerve. So what happens here is I'm going to get some oil, just place it on my hands, put it on the back side of my thigh. Just to let you know, the sciatic nerve is right in the middle, and so we're trying to go out. So when you massage the hamstring, you want to go out and in. So I'm going to take my hand, I'm going to push up into the hamstring and out. So this hand right here is going to pull out this way, and this hand is going to pull out this way. So you're going to do a massage, and you will feel as you go up like this into your hamstring. Now the key is to make the hamstring loose. So just like you were doing to your thigh here, you're going to shake the hamstrings. Just push them like this and do that, and then glide, 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 glide up the hamstring itself, just like this. And I will spend about 2 minutes doing the hamstring, okay, just like that, and then pulling here. Now, another little trick is if you lock your elbows like this and then just bend at the waist going up and down, it's a lot easier than bending your elbows and trying to do the massage, because listen, after a bike ride, we're all tired, right? Well, I am, maybe not you, maybe you're in better shape. But the thing is that I lock my elbows and I just bend forward back in shape to use my whole body to do the massage. And that way, it makes it a lot less fatiguing on my body. Now the calf is very, very similar to the hamstring, is that right in the middle of your calf, there is a nerve called a tibial nerve, and you do not want to press directly straight into the calf. So in other words, you don't take your thumb and press into the calf straight that way into the bone. And the reason why, it's going to hurt like hell. And you're going to feel pain and you're going to think, oh, I must be doing something good because it hurts. Again, first of all, this is a recovery massage, not a deep tissue massage. But because you push straight into it and you think to yourself, well, if it hurts, it must be doing good, it's actually not. You're compressing a nerve. You don't want to compress nerves, you want to massage muscles. So let me get some oil on the calves right here, and I'll show you exactly how to do this. Now it's the same principle as the hamstrings. However, instead of, you could use your thumbs, and what we'll do is we'll use our thumbs and go out like this, but that gets tiring on my thumb, so I will use my fists like this, and I will go up like this. Now what happens is, on one side of the calf, I'm hitting it at about 45 degrees, and the other side of the calf, I'm hitting it at 45 degrees. So you're in this part of the muscle, okay? So your fists are like this, pointed 45 degrees, and they would center themselves into the bone. So what you can do is you can use your fists to do this using your knuckles. Sometimes I'll use the first knuckle like this. Sometimes I find that if I let my toes off the table, there you go. See how you can get your calf to relax? So just try to get it to relax there a little bit. And sometimes you could use your fingers too to go in this direction and give a nice 2-minute massage to both sides of the calf. But think of the calf as two sides. There's a left and a right side to each leg, and you want to massage those sides. You're not massaging right in the middle, okay? You're not pressing in. That's important. All right, now the second phase of recovering from hard workouts is this. This is a refrigerator. What you want to do is eat everything in this particular structure. Now you will open this structure and see things in it, and you will hear voices outside that way saying, save some for us. There's no need to listen to those voices. You will also see things right here, such as cans of olives. What the heck is this? Almond butter. A bag of almonds, probably like $30 worth of almonds. And you will see these things. Eat all of these. Now my family actually knows that when I'm about to attack what's in the refrigerator, that they don't get in my way. You wouldn't get in the way of a bear trying to eat a salmon, would you? Don't get in my way when I'm about to eat after a bike ride. There are some supplements that I do take in order to help me recover, but it's mainly for my overall health. I'm gonna show you what they are. The first is this. This is Pharmax's fish oil. I will take 2 teaspoons of this, gives me tons of fish oil. The purpose of the fish oil is literally to help with a chronic inflammatory condition that we all get in our lives. But in addition to that, after a hard workout, you're creating more inflammation. So fish oil primarily is for inflammation. It helps thin your blood. It's got tons of omega-3 fatty acids in it, very good. Now let's look in our cabinet here. So what I will do is I will also, after a workout, take some extra vitamin C. And the reason why I do that is because hard workouts are actually difficult on our immune system, so I want to make sure and not get sick after a hard workout. It's very common actually after people run marathons to get sicknesses like catching colds and flus and, you know, other stuff. The other thing that I will take is this stuff. This is called Magnesium Breakthrough by a company called Bioptimizers. So they are the video sponsor for today, so you have to take this with a grain of salt, but actually I do take this stuff. And the reason I take magnesium is because there's a number of electrolytes that we need to replenish. Number one, potassium. And of course, yesterday I had a ton of these. I'm gonna have a ton today. But potassium is in bananas, avocados, various types of foods. There's salt, which is easy to take because we could just salt food. That's easy, which I did yesterday. So you're getting the sodium, you're getting the potassium. Calcium and magnesium are a little harder to get because they're in green leafy foods, and the soil isn't so great anymore like it used to be in theory. And I mean, how many greens can we eat? So I always take a magnesium supplement, and what it does, it really helps me with muscle recovery. It helps lower my blood pressure. The main thing is, this is the big one, is especially after you do a hard workout, sleep is the best thing that you can do to help your body recover. And if you don't sleep well, you're not recovering. So magnesium helps me relax and fall asleep much easier. So there'll be a link down below with discount codes in the description if you want to look at that. So now I'm going to get ready and I'm going to show you the third thing that I do, which is the recovery ride, the day after I do a hard workout. And then we're going to discuss the fourth missing element of recovery, which I do not do. You may or may not do, and I'll tell you why I don't do it. So let me go kit up. So the whole purpose of today's ride is to do a recovery ride. And what this essentially means is I'm going to be riding so easy that it's almost ridiculous. I'm going to keep an eye on my heart rate to make sure that I'm not overdoing it, because the tendency is to ride too hard. This wants to be like almost a massage to the legs. You're just spinning the legs, spinning the legs. On a scale of 1 to 10, it should be a 1 or 2, but it's like you're riding around smelling the roses, listening to the birds chirp, and just enjoying the view. And the whole purpose of this is to just, again, get blood flow into the legs, get the legs moving around, get that exchange of blood, which has nutrients and oxygen. And what I personally find is that if I do a recovery ride, super easy, not super long the next day, then on the second day after a bike ride, I actually feel much better than if I just did nothing at all. Now, sometimes I will ride hard on a Saturday and hard on a Sunday, and what I find is by Monday, I'm toast. I can't do 3 days hard in a row. So if that's the case, then what I do is on Monday, I may just totally take it easy or ride the rollers in my garage for about 20 minutes. Super easy. And that way, by Tuesday, I'm actually feeling pretty good again. All right, so let's talk about it. What's the one thing that I am not doing for recovery that a lot of people are? And the answer is stretching. Why? Now, you may find that stretching helps you the next day. Unfortunately, the research is very biased. I'm gonna say 70%, 30%, or maybe even 80%, 20%. It's almost a folklore that says that stretching after strenuous exercise helps the body recover. I have not seen any valid research to show that that's true. However, you will see it all the time on the internet that you must stretch after hard workouts. When they measure what's called DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness, and what that means is how your muscles feel the next day when they're sore, does stretching actually reduce that type of soreness? And the answer is, every research article that I have seen has shown that it does not help. If you find one, let me know in the comment section, put it down. I have intuitively always felt that stretching never helped me. I drank the Kool-Aid for a long time as a youngster. I stretched and stretched, and it never felt like it was making the soreness go away. The things that I'm telling you right now in this video are the things that helped me the most. Stretching does have a role though if there are muscle imbalances, and the reason I'm saying this is because I'm a chiropractor, but I do see patients that should stretch. There are certain stretches to change your posture, but the stretching is really designed for long-term postural improvement, to correct imbalances. But as far as changing muscle soreness the next day, the stretching just doesn't work. I'm gonna say for the majority of people. Some people always feel it does. So if it helps you, go for it. You know, you do you. But I do not find that stretching helps me personally. I don't find that stretching helps delayed onset muscle soreness in patients. Thus, I do not recommend it as a general rule. And again, we're talking about recovery after a hard workout the next day. We're not talking about correcting imbalances or changing posture and things of that nature. So if you guys thought this video was interesting, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I really would appreciate it if you would subscribe, because it'll help me with the algorithm. And if you have any friends that want to watch this video, share it on social media. I would really appreciate it.